We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
We know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. in the box now. No balls and a strike. You see the velocity 97 with that fastball. 1 out, base is empty. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. It's Aaron Judge now. Just missed. Judge hitting 3rd in the lineup, and he's a former home run derby champ. And that's off the outside edge, and the count is 2-0. And Judge spoils that one. And a strike on the outside corner at 95. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss at 96, struck him out. And the Yanks go quietly. Down in order go the Yankees. And now the Athletics offense gets its first shot here. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. On the hill here today, Garrett Cole.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
We go to the bottom of the first, and now the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. That one's in there, and that's strike 1. And ball 1. And that one missing low. And a swing and a miss.
2-2 is the count.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Dominguez sizing this one up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one away. And time now to check out the A's lineup.
Brent Rooker.
Brent Rooker up next for the A's.
Come on, Brent.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Popped up. Chisholm moving under it. That's out number 2.
Batting third, center fielder, J.J. Bleday.
2 down, base is empty. J.J. Bleday up next for the A's.
You're nothing, Yankees.
Pitch is in there. 0-1.
0-1.
Just missed.
That's right. Good 1-1. inside. Ball.
Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Now at the plate, Shea Langoliers.
Come on, Shea.
And the first
That's the
pitch
ball.
misses for ball one.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
Come on, Green, go.
Check swing, and he went. And the count even 1-1.
One and
Well,
one.
there's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
Kicks and fires. Upstairs.
that's up.
Now 2 balls and a strike.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Let's go, Green, go, baby. Let's go.
And that one is downstairs. And now it's 3-2. Tyler Soderstrom in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Blade at second with 2 down. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Tyler.
Next up for the A's, Tyler Soderstrom. Clips the corner, and it's 0-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Got him swinging, and the inning is over.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And we're back.
Leading
Here's
off
the
for
veteran
the
outfielder,
Yankees,
Cody
center
Bellinger.
fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Severino back to work. Fastball for a strike.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Next offering
Ball.
upstairs.
1-1.
Popped up. Urias. And it's caught for the out.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Giancarlo.
Now here's
Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Go, Luis. You got it.
That one
Yeah.
finds the corner. That's strike 1. Ball 1 there.
Strike.
Falling behind
That's the ball.
2-1. Second inning here, no score. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. That missed by a lot. And now it's 3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Austin Wells getting ready to hit. Misses inside, and that's ball 1.
1-0. Come on, Lou.
Outside.
That's outside. Ball.
That one off the mark, and that's ball 3. And there's the automatic.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it. And that's their first base runner of the game.
Well, 2-out walks are never good, especially when you're trying to get back into that dugout. But he's still in a good spot. He's just got to refocus and deal with the bottom of this order.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. Top of the zone for a called strike. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Let's go green and gold, baby. Let's go.
And down on strikes he goes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. The Yanks leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Stepping in, Zach Geloff. And that one fouled off. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
A strikeout and the second of the game for the Coltrane.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
So here's Brown at the plate. Tap foul at the plate. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one's carrying. And that ball is gone. The Athletics score first. It's 1-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Here's Luis Arias. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. One out, base is empty, and a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Fastball almost got him there.
straighten him up a little bit.
Ball.
Just
That's
missed.
the ball.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. That's ball four.
Take your
Tried
base.
another
Ball four.
fastball, but missed the spot.
Batting ninth.
Digging in,
shortstop,
Jacob Wilson.
Wilson.
Stay out of the double play. Come on, athletic.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Good eye. Good eye. 1-0.
Urias stands at first with one out.
Get out of here, Yankees.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second, and he's out.
Well, I think that was a hit and run right there. When you look at how far that pitch was out of the zone and the hitter still trying to put wood on it, put it in play, that tells you that they had something going. But unfortunately, it was a good job of execution by the pitcher and the catcher to get that out of the zone and then throw out the runner at second base. Really nice job behind the dish.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the...
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. So they pick up a run of the solo shot and take the lead. We played two full. It's the A's 1 and the Yankees nothing. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez.
Go back to New York.
Right through there for a strike. Foul ball there. Gonna count 1 and 2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Goes down looking.
Batting ninth.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. Missed with a changeup. Ball 1.
1-0.
And that one is inside. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
2-1's the count.
Next one is off the plate. Now 3-1. And he walked him.
That's ball 4. Take your base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Shortstop.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Grounded out his first time. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
And a foul ball. Foul ball still 0-2.
Strike him out. That's a ball.
Man at first, one away.
Sit him down.
And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 left for the Yankees, and it remains 1-0. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Lawrence Butler. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Here's the 0-1. Fastball for a strike.
0-2.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And downstairs.
1-2.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. That misses, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Inside, just missed. And a 2-1 hammered but foul.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Lede in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And a breaking ball misses outside. This to 3rd. The A's go quietly. And 1, 2, 3 go the A's. But they're on top 1-0. And we're back. Here is Aaron Judge.
Right fielder, Aaron Judge.
Outside low, and that's ball 1.
You know, these Yankees just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Bellinger in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Bellinger, a former Gold Glove winner, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2013. And another ball. A's leading by a run. Just missed. And that's in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here comes a 3-2. And that wasn't even close. Ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Severino throws to first. Tag, and Bellinger is out. They picked him off.
I think the base runner was trying to catch him off guard, perhaps looking to steal right away, and wasn't ready to get back to first. Nice pickoff move by the pitcher.
Stanton batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Next offering is down low, and now it's even 1-1. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
1-2.
Check swing, and that's a ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Yanks held in check. They're down 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th, and now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. First pitch misses.
You know, these Athletics showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Over to Goldie. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting, first baseman,
Tyler Soderstrom up next for the A's. Struck out swinging his first time.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Right through there for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, a strikeout for Garrett Cole.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Geloff at the plate for the 2nd time as he takes ball 1.
What's a good pitch there? Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge.
Yeah.
And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 2. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
Count is full.
Got him. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Offense held in check there. We're headed to the 5th. It's the A's 1 and the Yankees nothing. And the batter now,
Leading off
Austin
for the
Wells.
Yankees, catcher Austin Wells.
Let's go green and gold, baby. Let's go. Come on, Athletics.
Severino back to work. To third, Urias.
Come on, come on.
Sends it across to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, first baseman Paul Goldschmidt.
And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit.
Come on, green and gold.
And that's in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Severino with another strikeout.
Now batting, left
Jason
fielder,
Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Struck out looking his first time. Fouled off left side. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
0-2.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Next pitch is
that's out.
outside. Now 1-2. The Yanks still looking for their first hit in this one.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. He's through 5 without allowing a hit. It's the A's 1 and the Yankees nothing. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
Now,
off for
Seth
the
Brown.
A's, left fielder Seth Brown.
That's towards center. Bellinger sizes this one up.
Come on.
And there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman Luis
Luis Urias up next for the A's. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate.
Let's go green and gold. Bring him home.
Just
No,
missed.
that missed. That's a ball. 1-0.
And that clips the inside corner.
Right to.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Off the plate inside, and that's ball 2.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Let's go green and gold.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
That's to third,
That's foul.
and foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. This to center field. Bellinger makes the grab, and that ends the inning. And we're back.
Leading
All right,
off
we
for
go to
the
the
Yankees,
top
third
half of
baseman,
inning number
Oswaldo
6.
Cabrera.
Leading off, Oswaldo Cabrera. That was the sweeper, but it missed. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1-2. The count.
And that's outside. High fly ball, right field. Butler sizing this one up. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting.
And next for New York, Anthony Volpe. 0 for 2 in this one. Swings through that one. 0-1.
So hard to touch. I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97 as pitchers.
On the ground to third. And it gets through for a hit. Their first of the ball game.
No more having to worry about keeping the no-hitter alive now. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a foul out of play.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Here goes the runner. Ball misses.
1-2.
Safe at second, and that was not close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Gets a piece and stays alive. Volpe over at second, 1 down. Pickoff throw, and he dives back in safely.
Good wheels out there on second, and he's getting a pretty big lead right now. Definitely looking to score on any hit to the outfield.
2-2.
In the dirt, but kept close. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Runner edges away at second. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate. And I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Here comes Aaron Judge, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the wall. Around from second is the tying run. And he's there with a double.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Luis Severino done for the afternoon, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching.
TJ McFarland gets the call from the pen.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Here's Cody Bellinger. He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone. shot, ground ball, and that's through the infield. Here comes the judge around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
2 outs, runner on first. At the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. That's a strike, attacked with the sweeper. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Michel Otonez up and throwing. Holman also throwing. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Bottom of the 6th. Now it's going to be Lawrence Butler.
Lawrence Butler.
And fouled off.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
And a swing and a miss there.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
And that is downstairs. And the count 1-2.
That's a really good take.
Ball.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And there's one down.
Now batting, designated
And next is the designated hitter, Brent Rooker. This guy with light tower power.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
In for a strike, good slider.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Let's go, green and gold, baby. Let's go.
Next offering is fouled back. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Good horizontal movement on that curveball right there, and just enough to get him to chase it. He placed it just off the corner, and that's one of those where a pitcher says if he's going to miss, he's going to miss off the plate. So really good job. Great pitch for the punch out.
This is J.J. Bleday, 1 for 2. And there's a strike. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Top of inning number 7, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells.
Come on, Athletics.
Ground ball left
That's a foul.
side, and foul ball.
Swing.
On the ground to the left. And he can't come up with it. now it's Goldschmidt up to the
For
plate.
the Yankees, first baseman Paul Goldschmidt.
Hey now, turn two here.
To short, could be two. Here's Geloff for one. Relay to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Jason Dominguez.
Next to hit, Jason Dominguez. And first offering is fouled off. That one to first, but that rolls foul.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Down in order go the Yankees, as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Bottom of the 7th, and now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Fernando Cruz appears to be getting loose. Weaver getting cranked up as well. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that skips in the dirt. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that's in the dirt. Got him swinging. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And here's the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Bellinger should have this one. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman.
So up next, Zach Geloff.
Let's go green and gold, baby. Let's go. Come on, Athletics.
Line drive, jumps, but it's off his glove. No throw, he's in safely, and now there's a runner at first.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive, and now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Garrett Cole is done in this one, and he was very good. They'll be happy with that, no doubt. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute.
Now pitching.
Tim Hill on to pitch here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Now the left fielder, Seth Brown. He's already homered in this game. Just off the inside edge.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
And another ball. Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at first. He's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Judge. He's got it, and that is the inning. The A's strand one, and our score remains 2-1.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
A's,
back, and a new arm on the mound to
number
start the
44.
eighth. Tyler Ferguson.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, one-run game, and now here is Oswaldo Cabrera.
Let's go, green and gold. Bring him home.
Late with the swing there.
There might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Strike him out.
The 0-2. And the slider just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Leading off for the
Back to the
Yankees,
top of the order.
shortstop
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 3.
Get two. One and
In the dirt, blocked. The A's bullpen has some movement. Michel Otanez, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Leclerc also getting ready.
go, green and gold.
Right through there for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Sit him down.
Just off the outside edge. Now 2-2. Cabrera aboard here at first with nobody out. Got him looking. And that's the first out.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Now the number 2 hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. That's in there. Strike 1. Now one missed. Outside with a breaking ball.
Let's turn 2.
Move to first. And he's back in easily.
No, that's high.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now batting right
First
fielder,
and second,
Aaron
1
Judge.
out. And stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Come on, athletic.
Slider misses outside.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Next offering misses. 2 balls and a strike.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Just missed.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
Cody Bellinger on deck for the Yankees. 2 on, 1 out. in the air on the infield, and the infield fly is called.
Now batting, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger.
Let's go, green and gold, baby. Let's go.
Down the line, and it's foul. First and second, 2 down, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one
ball,
not
one
close.
strike.
1 ball, 1 strike. And there's the ball.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
2-1 now. And that is out of play.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
First and second, 2 down.
Punch him out. Swing,
Lifted in the air, right field. Butler has a beat on it. Drops into the glove. And that's the 3rd out. Yanks strand a pair. They lead it 2-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Luis Urias.
Luis Urias.
Let's go, green and gold. Let's go, green and gold, baby. Let's go.
And that's in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes. Got a hit.
Hammered on the line, base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
No outs, runner at first. Now it's the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. That misses off the outside edge. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the corner at the knees for a strike.
Let's go. Nothing but VP here.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's 1 on to Goldschmidt. That's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tim Hill out of the game, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching. for the
Fernando
New York
Cruz on to pitch out of the pen here.
Yankees. Fernando Cruz.
Next to hit, Lawrence Butler. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
Go, green and gold.
Ball 1, no strikes.
1 ball, no strikes.
just
No, that's
missed.
out. Come on, Athletics.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side.
All right, here we go.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Better back up, outfield.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. A's go quickly and quietly there. They're down 2-1. So they turn things over to the righty, Jose Leclerc.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. And that drops in for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back. And wow, that one is way out of here. He shoots one out to right. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
I'm excited to see that one again, but with the StatCast data, because that was a bomb. Oh, says he drove it out of here at 115 miles an hour.
I think I heard the ball screaming on its way out. And that's some serious exit velo. Pretty elite. And he caught it just right to get it up in the air as well.
Here is Goldschmidt. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a groundout. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Yankees up by 3. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Cut on and lifted in the air. Lede. Long run. Brings it in. 1 away.
Up next for the Yankees, left fielder Jason.
And up next for New York, Jason Dominguez. 0 for 3 in this one. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
That one's in there. And that's strike 2. Struck him out looking.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Cabrera at the plate and takes high there. That one in the dirt. Now 2-0. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the top of the ninth. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there was just no one there to knock it down.
Back to the top of the order now. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. He swings and fouls one off. Out towards right center field. Nabs it, and that'll do it. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and 1 man left. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. The Yankees 4 and the A's 1. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Devin Williams. Not many pitchers have it, but he'll break out a screwball from time to time.
Devin Williams.
Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker.
Designated hitter, Brent Rooker.
Outside, ball 1. Fastball for a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1-2.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Swinging a foul back, that's out of play. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. The A's down to their final out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Langoliers at the plate with 2 away. Swings through that one.
0-1.
Just missed.
That's down.
2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And that one missing low. Two outs. They're down to their final strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The A's down to their final strike. Hit hard on the ground to the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball on the show. It's the New York Yankees going up against the Athletics.
And now.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Athletics.
So, almost ready to get underway. And on the hill in this one, Luis Severino. Chris, how about a scouting report?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. And a foul ball. And that's outside. And 1-1.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The shortstop takes the ball. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Brown calls it in, and there's one away. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
And now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Chisholm, a former All-Star, batting second in today's lineup, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
One out, base is empty. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. And that one upstairs, ball 1. One out, base is empty. And it's fouled away. Severino. Outside low, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And misses inside. And ball 4, and Judge takes his walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And now Cody Bellinger. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
At the belt and fires.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
That's a little bit low. Man at first, 1 away. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called 3rd strike.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now.
Come on, Luis.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Next offering is fouled back. Two outs. Swing and a miss. 98 miles per hour on the gun. So only 1 hit in the inning, the solo homer, and it puts them ahead. On to the bottom of the 1st. Yankees 1 and the A's nothing. Back here with my pal Singy. And going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Garrett Cole.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Bottom of the 1st, and here is Lawrence Butler. And a strike in there. The 0-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
0-2.
Let's go, Lawrence.
Laced into left. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Next up for the A's, Brent Rooker. This one in the dirt. In there safely. Butler into scoring position on the wild pitch. And there goes the double play possibility.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
Let's go, Brent.
That's in there, and it's 1-1.
Get out of here, Yankees.
Stays alive. Struck him out swinging. The high heat too much on that one.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
J.J. Bleday stands in now and watches strike one. Man at second. A little bit low. And the count even 1-1. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now a chance for Shea Langoliers.
Let's go, Shay.
There's the strike. Next offering is fouled back.
Let's go, green and gold, baby. Let's go.
Butler stands at second with 2 gone.
Come on, Athletics.
That one way
1-2.
outside, and that is ball 1. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. The A's strand 1. They trail here 1-0. And we're back.
Leading
Second
off for
inning
the
set to
Yankees,
go. Here's the
catcher,
catcher, Austin Wells.
Come on, green and gold. Let's go, green and gold, baby. Let's go.
Severino back to work.
Straight.
That's outside.
outside.
Ball 1.
Swing.
And that one clips the corner. Up and
2-2.
in. It's 2-2.
Strike him out.
Good job to fight that one off. unusual to swing. It's a strikeout. Paul Goldschmidt now. First pitch
Outside
misses.
ball.
And delivers
Ball,
outside. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Just
Ball outside.
missed. Up and in, ball
second
4.
base.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his
Batting eighth,
spot.
left fielder,
Hitter didn't
Jason
offer at it. Now he has
Dominguez.
somebody to worry about over at first.
And next for New York, Jason Dominguez. And that one in there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1.
Let's get the easy two now. Let's go.
Severino kicks deals. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
0-2.
Really consistent release point. He's been able to pitch up and down and have excellent command at both locations.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Now a chance for Oswaldo Cabrera. And first offering is fouled off.
Let's go, green and gold.
2 outs. And that is cut on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2.
And that one is inside ball 1.
Really good take, especially with 2
1 ball, 2
strikes.
He goes down looking. The Yanks lead 1, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom.
All right, Tyler, let's go.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
1-1.
That one fouled off. Right side, hard hit. On to first, and quickly one away in the second.
Batting 6, second baseman, Zach Geloff.
So digging in, Zach Geloff.
You're nothing, Yankees.
And that drops in for a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
And that one misses up and in. And that's ball 1.
1-1.
Just
ball.
missed. And that one fouled off. That's inside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Caught him looking for the K.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Seth Brown.
Now here is Seth Brown. And that one fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
And now 1-2. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Cabrera makes the catch, inning over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head on now to the top of the third. Yankees 1 and the A's nothing. Top half of the
Leading
third
off
inning,
for the
and now the
Yankees,
shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe.
Late swing fouled off. Trying to bunt his way on. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
And now Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's already homered here in this one. Ball one on a pitch inside. Volpe on at first. Nobody out.
Let's turn two.
Severino throws to first.
No.
Volpe dives back in safely.
Let's go green and gold, baby. Let's go.
Next pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Get out of here, Yankees.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Aaron Judge at the plate. Walked his first time. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Come on, Athletics.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
Come on, green and gold. Heat top.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Severino checks the runner, and he's back in there. And that's down and away.
Swing.
Next pitch is outside.
So here we go. Base runner at first. Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now, a great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
2 on, 1 out. And here comes Bellinger. And that one fouled off. Runners at first and second with one gone. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Punch him out.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Up next.
Here's
for the
Stanton
Yankees,
now.
the designated
Outfield
hitter,
playing
Giancarlo
very deep, not
Stanton.
wanting anything over their heads.
Let's go, Green and Gold. Bring him home.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul.
Let's go, Green and Gold. Swing.
And takes low for ball 1.
Let's go, Green and Gold, baby. Let's go.
And that's too high.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2 aboard, 2 outs.
Punch him out.
Swing.
That's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Sit him down.
And a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Yankees 1 and the A's nothing. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's Luis Urias.
Third baseman, Luis Urias.
Let's go, Luis.
That's a strike. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
Next up, it's the first-year shortstop, Jacob Wilson. Right through there for a strike.
Let's go, Jake.
Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. That pitch just misses the inside corner. Now 1-2. Now one missed.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
And there's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swings and misses. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
Butler stands in now, looks at that one inside. Two out, space is empty. Next one misses, and the count now 2-0. Fastball for a strike at 95.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Not close with that one. 3-1 now. Brent Rooker waiting on deck if they extend the inning.
Plenty of pop in his bat, so he could give them the lead with one swing if he gets the chance.
Swing and a ball popped up. Goldie.
Oh, come on.
He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing there for the A's. Still behind by a count of 1-0. As we go to the top of the fourth, and here's the catcher, Austin Wells.
Come on, Athletics.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one.
They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
That pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Just off the inside edge.
Let's go, green and gold. Bring it home. Swing.
And a swing and a miss.
1 and 2 to count.
That misses the zone, and the count is even 2-2.
2 and 2.
That one ripped. That's back. And that one hops the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That was exactly what you're looking to do with the pitch away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite field gap. He got himself 2 bags on a great swing of the bat.
One out, runner at second. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. One out and a runner at second, top half of inning number 4.
Baby, let's go.
Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Well done, drives in the run. This is why hitters work so hard on driving the ball gap to gap in batting practice. There's a lot of room out there. And if you can rip one into that open space, it usually means extra bases.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. His first at bat was a strikeout. That one's in there, and that's strike 1. This to third, and that's a fair ball. Dominguez around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 3.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Anthony Volpe will hit next. 1 for 2. And that one sliced foul. Base hit center field. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Up next for the Yankees, second baseman Jazz Chisholm.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
And that's outside.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Yankees up by 3. In the air, left field, down the line, into the dive, and he got it. Runner tagging and heading for home. He scores on the sac fly, and they lead by 4.
Fielder Aaron Judge.
This dive wasn't the result of a bad route, Singy. The only reason he made the plays because his route was so good.
No doubt, Boog. StatCast tells the same story. I mean, he got to his spot as quickly as you can possibly get there, and he had to in order to have a chance at that diving play. Just special.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Strike in there. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. Bottom 4, now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. And first offering is fouled off. Rooker goes 6 feet 3 inches, 225 pounds, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH. In the air out towards right center. Judge takes it in for the out. 1 down.
Center fielder J.J. Bleday.
This is J.J. Bleday. He was a strikeout victim his first time. There's a strike.
0-1.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering misses down and away. The 1-1 is fouled off. The other way. Dominguez makes the grab. 2 away now.
Now batting catcher Shea.
2 outs, base is empty. And now Shea Langoliers, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, you got to be careful with this guy. 2 outs, nobody on. He's looking to drive the ball really far. So if you can't get him to chase your pitch, you might just pitch around him a little bit and deal with the guy on deck if you walk him.
And right back to the mound. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. No runs, no hits, no errors. On to the top of the 5th we go. The Yankees 4 and the A's nothing.
Now pitching.
TJ McFarland gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
The Yankees,
Here comes Cody Bellinger. 0 for 2 in this one.
Let's go, green and gold. Bring him home.
And that one pulled foul.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Stanton stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Action in the pen down there. Michel Otanez getting loose out there. Holman warming up as well.
Ball, that's outside.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Green and gold.
Hit on the ground to short. And it's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, catcher Austin Wells.
Now the catcher up to hit, Austin Wells, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And there's a foul ball. Stanton over at first with 1 away.
Turn 2.
Swing and a drive deep right field. Going back. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. Coming home. Safe. It's 5-0.
Back-to-back base hits. That was a thing of beauty. Pretty good pitch on the inside corner, but I think he was looking for it inside there and just turned on it hard down the line. Great hustle out of the box. You know he was thinking triple all the way.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt.
Sit him down. Shut him down right here.
Outside low. Ball 1. One away with a runner at 3rd. And we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a grounder foul first base side. Next offering in there for a strike. 1 and 2.
Let's go, green and gold, baby. Let's go.
Backed off the plate that time.
Come on, athletic. Ball. You got a full count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
You get a walk, and you get a walk.
Now batting,
Everyone
left fielder,
gets a walk,
Jason
Boog.
Dominguez.
2 on, 1 out. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Just
Let the ball
missed.
low.
Runners are at the corners, one away. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
1-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. You can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball double play.
First and third, one down. Ground ball to first, could be two. Throws to second for one. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Yankees 5 and the A's nothing. And we're back. John Shambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Tyler Soderstrom.
Come on, green and gold.
Cole back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
You know, these A's just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all of the strikeouts, they just kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
Geloff in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Next pitch downstairs. 1-2 to count. Cut on and miss, struck him out at 98. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Pitch misses, ball 2. That one ripped, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And a big swing and a miss.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Swings and misses, it's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 5th. And the A's are gone in order. It's 5-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 6th inning. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Michel Otonez getting ready to go. Holman also throwing.
Let's go, green and gold.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands.
Let's go, green and gold, baby. Let's go.
In for a strike. And it's 1-2. And that one popped in the air, left field. Brown on his way over, puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Come on, Greeny, go.
Volpe, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike
Zero
one.
balls, one strike.
Now 1-1.
Ball. Swing.
Swings through that one for strike two.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Swing.
Inside, almost got him. Base is empty, one away, and we're the top half of the sixth. Got him looking. Now 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's already homered in this game.
Let's go, Greeny, go, baby. Let's go.
In for a strike, 0-1.
Strike.
And ball one.
One ball, one strike.
There's a swing and a miss.
Talk about tying a guy up.
One,
That
two,
was
the count.
ugly.
Swing.
Checks his swing, appeal to third, and he held back according to Rusty Valentine.
Let's go, Greeny, go. Bring him home.
Swings and misses, struck him out. So they make short work of him there. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the sixth. It's the Yankees 5 and the A's nothing. Bottom of the sixth inning. Now the third baseman, Luis Urias.
Third baseman, Luis Urias.
There's a strike.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Goldie steps on the bag, 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Jacob Wilson, the next to hit. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. In there, and it's 0-1.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
One down, base is empty. Line drive, snags it for the second out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
So the batting order turns over, and now it's going to be Lawrence Butler. That one outside,
That's a ball.
and it's 1-0. And another ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
2 down, nobody on. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Inside, just missed.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Too high, and it's ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Brent Rooker up next for the A's. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right.
Let's go, Greeny, go, baby. Let's
Just off the inside edge. Next pitch off the plate, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
Two outs. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit.
Now a rocket to right center. Way back there. And forget it. It's out of here. He'll circle the bases, and they're chipping away. It's 5-2.
This crowd back alive.
Let's go, baby. Oh, yeah. Out of way. There you go, kid. Awesome. Out of way.
It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Two outs, nobody on. And now the center fielder, J.J. Bleday. Just missed.
Good eye.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Just missed. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a slow roller. Chisholm tosses to first. That ends the inning. 2 runs on 1 hit, the 2-run homer. 7th inning coming up. It's the Yankees 5 and the A's 2.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Michelle Otanez.
Michelle Otanez.
Yeah, the hard-throwing righty trying to secure these outs against a potent Yankee lineup, and it starts with Aaron Judge. Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 99.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
Bellinger, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Strike 1.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Hit in the air, left field. Brown.
Here we go.
And there's 2 down.
Let's go, baby. Come on. All right, let's go.
Up next for the Yankees.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. 1 for 3.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Up and in, ball one.
Come on, Green, go.
Fastball for a strike.
Two and one.
Late on that fastball.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big-time velo on the bump and big-time pop at the plate.
And a slider misses down and away.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Yanks held in check. And it remains 5-2. Set for the last half of the seventh. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Shea Langoliers. Just
That's
missed.
the ball.
Movement in the Yankees pen. Fernando Cruz, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Weaver getting loose as well.
Let's go, Green, and go, baby.
The
Let's
1-0.
go.
And another
That's
ball.
down. That's a ball.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1.
Let's go, Green, and go. Bring him home.
And strike 2.
2 and 2.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Soderstrom
No, that's
at the
down.
plate
Ball.
now. That's ball 1. That's off
No,
the
that
mark.
missed.
And now 2-0.
Now just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
Just
That's it.
missed.
That's the ball.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
And there's the automatic. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, it might be time to dig into that bullpen. He's looking a little fatigued to me.
Zach Geloff up next for the A's.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
In there at the knees, and it's 0-2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Got him swinging on the curveball, and he keeps putting up the K's. That's number 11.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Garrett Cole is done in this one. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching.
New pitcher for the Yankees, Fernando Cruz.
Fernando Cruz.
Seth Brown now at the plate.
Let's go green and gold, baby. Let's go.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
No balls. One strike.
Next pitch
That's a ball.
inside, and it's a ball and a strike. Soderstrom off of first with 2 away. And 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Come on, green and gold. No,
Outside.
that's out.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went back to the splitter, and it was effective. The A's strand 1. They trail at 5-2.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
A's,
back, and a new arm on the mound to
Number
start the 8th.
67.
Grant Holman.
Grant Holman.
Austin Wells
Leading off
digs
for the
in now.
Yankees, catcher Austin Wells.
Let's go green and gold, baby. Let's go.
Right through there for a strike.
Hit, run.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And now 1 away.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Goldie batting with 1 down, takes the strike. The Athletics have some bullpen action. Tyler Ferguson preparing to come on if needed. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Right 2.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. And I'm so glad I'm retired.
Sliced hard but foul.